Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. As much as it is important to be happy, that much it is important to be free of misery also. So, in our scriptures, it is written, Dukkha Nivritti, Sukha Prapti. Both go together. So, we must be alert and vigilant towards not becoming miserable and keeping the causes of misery away, and at the same time pursue the source of happiness, which is the self. And in that vein, the various points were made here. That what is that which causes misery and keeps us in the loop of the world? They were anger, desire, greed, delusion, desire to know about the worldly enjoyments, lack of gratitude, seeing the negative points in others, ego, grief, desire to indulge in worldly objects, jealousy and hatred. These were the 12 attributes which a good seeker should renounce. अब इसमें से even if you take one and you start make a commitment to remove it from your system, automatically the others will follow. We don't have, but that does not mean that we are not, नहीं मैं तो बाकी का jealousy I'll keep practicing, I'll give up anger. ऐसे नहीं होता. You have to be alert. And then the next verse told, as the hunter is ever alert to kill his prey, O great king, these shortcomings are constantly on the lookout to see the weakness of a person. So, at any moment of your weakness, these 12 shortcomings, they come and attack and take over your mind. So, remain alert. And then it was told the 7 extroverted qualities are indulgence, desire to indulge, ever increasing like poison, regretting charity, stinginess or miserliness, ignorant, meaning not aware of what is going on around you, ever glorifying extrovertedness, and hatred for the women folk. These also must be renounced by the seeker. And all these qualities we have to renounce as we are moving towards Lord Kailash. They will not be helpful. So, just like Lord Shiva is called what? One of his name is Neelkant. Neelkant का मतलब क्या है? What is the meaning of Neelkant? Blue throat. Is that it? No. He got blue throat because he drank the poison of the world. That churning of the ocean is nothing but the churning of your mind. And in that first that comes out is poison. Rather than share the poison with others. Keep it. Don't open your mouth. Keep it in the throat. Don't allow it to go and corrupt your heart. The love and compassion in your heart, empathy in your heart. At the same time, don't allow it to come out of your mouth and disturb others. So then you are also Nilkant. So then what do you do? Well, this is the part of life. Everything doesn't go along according to our wishes. And grow, mature, stop being a complaint box. And in this way, now the positive qualities that need to be inculcated in ourselves. And this, you remain alert about these as we are going along. They are Jnanam cha Satyam cha Dhamashrutam cha Amatsaryam Hristitiksha Nasuya Yajnascha Dhanam cha Dhrutishamascha Mahavrata Dwadasha Brahmanasya. Who is Brahman? Brahman, we have these Chatur Varna, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So who is Brahmin? English people say Brahmin, we say Brahmana. So who is a Brahmana? From that came Brahmachari, comes Brahman. So Brahman is he who is committed to the truth in his life. He only pursues that. He does not pursue So when we see teachers, acharyas living in poverty, not having any, they are teaching the skills to other people, how to survive in life, professions, carpentry, this, that, but they themselves will not practice anything in their life. Why? Their goal is pursuing the truth, not pursuing the world. And then they live. How do they live? Even Ramchandra ji, Krishna Bhagwan, when they were students, how did they live? They have to go and beg, because begging means asking for alms to survive. It is the highest tapasya, because some people will ridicule, some people will not give you, hey, every day you come, get out from here, make your life useful. You must have also said that to some kids. Go and study, go and work rather than beg. See, they call it begging. But those students who are studying under a teacher, when they are going out to ask for alms and bhiksha, that is not begging. That is bhavati bhiksham dehi. That is their right. And for the students, why that is done? So that their ego, if they are hurt by someone's words, if they are rejected by some people, they have to drink that poison. That is their growth. So here the qualities that are given are jnanam, knowledge. Knowledge means keep learning from everything in life, as our Swamiji says. Even from a falling leaf, even from the flowing waters of the river, from everything you must get some message in this life. Second, satyam, truthfulness. Truthfulness, you all understand what is truthfulness. Sach bolo, jhoot mat bolo. But truthfulness also means, satyam also means that you, if someone is dead and you know, if you tell the truth that your son has died in an accident and that fellow will have a heart attack and die, don't tell him the truth. Then that is also truth. That you release that information in such a manner that that person is able to handle it. That is also satyam. So for that, if you have to tell, beat about the bush and slowly tell, come to the point, then it is okay. Then damaha. Damaha means control of your five senses. Seeing, hearing, touching, feeling, tasting and feeling. Seeing, hearing, touching, feeling, tasting. Five senses. All these five senses, you think you are, we all, most of us in the world, we live at the sensory level. Before it was told you have to give up sense involvement in the world, isn't it? So what is this? I gave you this example few classes ago, that the vision does not get disturbed by what it is illuminating. The ear does not get disturbed by what it is hearing. Tongue does not get disturbed by what it is tasting. It allows sweet, sour, everything comes and goes. Next something comes, it will. Tongue remains the same, vision remains the same, hearing ability remains the same, the skin remains the same, the nose remains the same. Then who is this idiot who is getting disturbed? Find out. So it is not the senses. It is someone who is owning that I am seeing, I am hearing, that fellow. So rather than succumb, senses, nature of the senses is to go outwards. आँख खुलेगी तो दिखेगा ही, कान है तो सुनेगा ही, टंग है तो you will taste, nose is there, you will smell something good, something bad. So not to be disturbed by that is our journey. And Dhamma does not mean close your nose. No, now I'm not experiencing anything. No. Let the stimuli come, but you remain undisturbed by the stimuli. Then Shrutam. Shrutam is study of scriptures. Study of scriptures is study of scriptures should not be done by yourself. Shrutam means to hear. We must hear the scriptures. Our Shastras say, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. It is not written Pathanam, Mananam and Nididhyasanam. It is not said study the scriptures, then contemplate on the scriptures, then realize the scriptures or meditate on them. It is written listen, because knowledge is passed only through a live teacher to a live student. Knowledge does not pass through YouTube to a living student. YouTube is inert. Book is inert. How can inertness give you the knowledge of the pure consciousness that you are? It can give you precepts, it can give you concepts, it can give you ideas, it can give you examples, it can give you principles, but only a living teacher can put it across in such a manner, and then that point will come afterwards, how to approach a teacher and how to be available to the teacher. And so we must study the scriptures. Amatsarya, lack of jealousy. When the Prahlad, for example, when he was, within few days he learned all the scriptures and he was chanting the name of the Lord, whatever Shukracharya's sons, I think, two sons, they were the students and they were teaching the scriptures to Prahlad, and as Prahlad was listening, he only once, and he remembered everything. And the teachers, they became jealous of him, that he is smarter than us, and they wanted to fix him. And Hiranyakashipu also came to know that this fellow is not, he is taking the Lord's name and he is not praying to me, his father, who is the greater than the greatest. And they connived with Hiranyakashipu and came up with different ways of killing our Prahlad. Jealousy is the worst thing that you can. So how does it, how it starts erupting in our life? When we start comparing ourselves to others, when we compete with someone else. I wish I was like him. I wish I could speak like him. I wish I could earn money like him. I wish I had a house like him. The moment this thought enters into your mind, gone. If you want to compete with your own performance. Don't compete with others. Continuing, modesty. If we have the knowledge, we are truthful, we have senses under our control, we are engaged in the study of scriptures, and there is no jealousy towards others, other students or other people who are pursuing the same. Automatically such a person will be modest in his life. Titiksha we understand as ability to endure difficulties without complaint. Our Swamiji says, don't endure and complain, but endure joyfully. Whatever life is throwing at you, enjoy. Endure it and enjoy. That is Titiksha. And then, what is the other? Then Anusuya. Anusuya is not seeing the weakness of others. Anusuya was the wife of Atri Rishi. Atri Rishi was the father, and Anusuya was the mother of whom? Dattatreya Maharaj. Dattatreya Maharaj. So, and she is one of the Pativratas, like Sita. Anusuya is also one of them. And these ladies up there in the heavens, Lakshmi, Saraswati and Parvati, they were jealous. They asked their husbands, all of them at the same time, who is the most Pativrata? They were expecting their husband is going to say, you are the one. They said, no. They said, there is one. They looked around, scanned the whole world. They found Anusuya. They said, Anusuya. Prove it to us. How can she be? And these three, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, they went down and they're thinking, what? How do we ask her? How do we ask her? And they took form of a baby and they asked for bhiksha. They went in a sannyasi form of bhesh and they asked, Bhavati bhiksham dehi. And she said, Okay, what do you want? And initial interaction is just face value. She didn't invoke her ability to see through them. Yeah, ठीक है क्या चाहिए? They said we want bhiksha, but bhiksha should be given by a prativrata lady, and she should be nagna, means she should not be wearing any clothes, and that then only we will accept. This is our condition. When they asked, and they were still standing in front of her, she said, there is no person in this creation who can say this to me and stay alive. he will be burnt immediately by my vision. Then these must be someone. Suddenly she looked and she realized it is Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Then with her tapa agni, she made them into small baby and suckled them her milk. And bhiksha ho gayi. Now the three mothers up there in the heaven, they are in trouble. Where's our husband gone? Husband has taken the form of Dattatreya. Then they came and prayed. The jealousy that was, this is just a story. They're not that, it's a leela. How can Lakshmi Parvati be jealous? They can't be jealous. But then they come and pray to the god, to Anusuya and Atri, that please return our husbands. So all the three leave one part of there as the Tatre and go back with their wives. So Anusuya, Yajna, sacrifice, I told you in the first class, Yajna is, there is Dravya Yajna, what we did in Pashupatinath temple, that is Dravya Yajna. Your life can be a yajna if you are doing a life of service. Japa yajna, it means taking the name of the Lord also can be a yajna. Yajna means fire. Fire is invoked, and to keep the fire invoked, you have to keep putting something in. Ghee, wood, samagri. So, when you are doing service, you have to keep putting your efforts there. When you are doing japa, you have to keep taking the name of the Lord, and that, just like what you are doing just now. Yesterday she asked me, she said, Swamiji, when I chant Mrityunjay mantra, I'm very hungry now. So I said, is that normal? I said, yes, that is normal. When you do vrata, when you do fasting, also you become very hungry. But how do you do it? We make sabudana khichdi and fill up our tummy, and that lasts for the whole day. That is not vrata. Vrata is when the Jatara Agni is increasing as a result of japa. You don't feed it with food. You allow it to eat up all the negativities within your body and mind. So आजकल जो चल रहा है ना, क्या कहते हैं ये intermittent fasting. What do they say? 16 hours you should, between 14, 16, more than 14 hours you should remain empty stomach. Then the fire within, it starts eating up everything. तो वो वैसे ही है ये. तो what yajna you are doing, and eventually the ultimate yajna after karma is a yajna, dravya yajna, karma yajna, japa yajna, and the ultimate is the Atma Yajna, which is continuously contemplating on the self, which generates so much heat that the mind gets completely obliterated. Meaning it surrenders. Then next is Dhanam, charity. Charity again, charity does not mean that you have an itch to give. But if someone comes in your presence and you see the need there, you must give something. Now, before also it came that if not giving charity is a sin. So we must give charity. Rather than giving it to organizations in Australia, America, rest of the world, if you give it to any organization, by rule, this is the auditor who was working with the Australian government, she used to come for Sanskrit classes. And one day she told me, from that time we stopped. I told, Mummy, you don't stop, we will give it to people who are deserving. What is the rule? If you give $100 to the charitable organization, 13% of, in Australia, 13% of that $100, which is $13, by law, you have to spend on the cause for which you have started that charity. Rest of the 77%, 77 ke 87? 87%. You can use it for administration. So all these cricketers starting charitable foundation is because of this reason. So they are living a high life, living in 5 stars, going by private jets, first class, business class. So you want to use the money appropriately, but it's a good business, huh? You can think about it. So you use it, you see some needy, in Australia, not only in India, any needy, deserving, you share your wealth with them, share your efforts or your energy to help them out. Next is dhriti, perseverance. Perseverance is again at the body level, at the mind level, that like our Shirdi Sai Baba says, Shraddha and Saburi. So Shraddha, you understand, faith. Saburi is this perseverance, patience. Everything happens at the right time. Don't be in a hurry to achieve something instantaneously. It never works that way. Persevere through all the ups and downs of life. And Kshama, control over mind, or it is also forgiveness. When we are not forgiving, then we are resenting, then we are disliking, then we are judging. These are the great austerities to be followed by the seekers of truth, and as we remember them and remain aware that these are the qualities that I need to inculcate, and take one of them or two of them and start make a commitment that I'm going to follow that, and slowly all of them will become a part of you. Yastve tebhyo pravased क्या है यस्त्वे तेभ्यो प्रवसेद् द्वादशभ्यः सर्वामिमां पृथिवीं स प्रशिष्यात् द्वाभ्यामेकतो वा विमुक्ताः क्रमाद् विशिष्टा मौनभूता भवन्ति. He who doesn't keep these 12 qualities away from himself rules the whole world. Meaning, he who inculcates all these 12 qualities given above becomes the master of the world. And those who lack 1, 2 or 3 among these 12, they live respectively as specific type of wise people and abide in Brahman. So there are different categories. Some people speak of scriptures but don't practice it in their life. Some people they're still in the mode of purification, doing kriyas, blah, something or the other. They're doing japa, and other time they're teaching the scriptures. They know the entire Ramayana. I know people who know the entire Ramayana by heart. They know the entire Bhagavad Gita by heart. But they are not perfect. Knowing scriptures by heart is not equal to perfection. So then there are different levels. But that is what here is saying. But we must pursue these 12 qualities. And as you pursue, your goal of life is eventually the truth, the essential self that you are. दमोष्टादश दोषः स्यात् प्रतिकूलं कृते भवेत् अनृतं पैशुनं तृष्णा प्रातिकूल्यं तमोरतिः लोकद्वेषोऽभिमानश्च विवाद प्राणिपीडनं परिवादो अतिवादश्च परितापो क्षमा धृतिः असिद्धि पापकृत्यं च हिंसा चेति प्रकीर्तिताः एतैर्दोषैर्विमुक्तो यः सदमः सद्भिरुच्यते. Damaha, I was talking about 5 senses, bringing them under control, can be associated with these 18 shortcomings. Why our senses don't come under our control, or why we become slaves of our senses. Whether it is food, whether it is clothes, whether it is all the stimuli that hijack our senses. What are the shortcomings? So here, now, you can listen. I'm not going into detail of each one of them. You can visit this, you have the PDF, you can go into it. Because of these shortcomings, one loses control over the senses. These are the causes. What are they? First one, anruta. Anruta is telling lies. For every small thing, we tell lies. To cover that up, we tell even more. Second is paishuna, exposing the weakness of others. Some people are very, for them the joke, to crack a joke is make someone a target and bring out their weakness or put them down, and that becomes a and ha 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 ha. We all experience that. So paishuna, that should be avoided. Trushna, desire for worldly objects, that should be given up. Pratikulya, if you are become a personality where everyone is avoiding you because of your behavior, because of your speech, because of your mannerisms, that should be avoided. Create such a personality that everyone enjoys being in your company. Tamas, ignorance. Ignorance is continuously sleepy behavior. This has to be given up. Life is not about sleep. If you just sleep normally, one third of your life has gone in, more than one third has gone into sleeping. We are here to perform, we are here to achieve something. And that achievement is self-realization or God realization. Don't waste it in sleeping. Arati, lack of contentment. This is one big one. Our 4 qualities that are told for a seeker are Vivek, Vairagya, Shatka Sampatti and Mumukshutvam. You have heard, some of you have heard about it. So this Shatka Sampatti, Vivek is discrimination between truth and untruth, real and unreal, constant and changing. Vairagya is dispassion towards everything. Then how do you make these two, Vivek and Vairagya, steadfast in your life? For that, these 6 qualities have to be cultivated. Shatka Sampatti means, Shat means 6. In that comes Shama, Dama. Dama we are doing right now. Shama, Dama, Uparama. So Shama is control of your mind, Dama is control of your senses, Uparama is where, in spite of the stimuli, you are undisturbed. Shama, Dama, Uparama. Titiksha. Titiksha is endure whatever life is throwing at you joyfully. Shraddha. And do above 4 with faith. That it is important for me to cultivate these qualities so that I can come to abide in the truth. And last in this 6 is contentment. This will lead to contentment. Whatever you have at this moment in your life, be content with it. Otherwise, there is no end to I want. There is no end to it. And that makes your life a mess. Because desire after desire after desire after desire. Be content. Nobody is saying don't achieve, don't grow, but remain content within. Then next one is lokadvesha, one who makes others agitated. Some people by nature are like that. They come in your presence, you want to get away. They speak in such a manner, they talk in such a manner that other person immediately reacts. So don't be that type of a person. Be mrudu bhashi, be soft spoken, be compassionate. Abhimana means arrogance. Actually, abhimana means arrogance. Here it is written lack of humility. Like someone in the past said, my way or the highway. That is the height of arrogance. Like someone recently said, all the leaders of the world will come and lick my dash dash. Height of arrogance. Height of arrogance. There's no integrity in there. Vivad, continuously arguing with someone or the other. If you take anything, sky is blue. No, sky is not blue. You should go. Vivad, we understand, argumentative behavior, get out of it. Whether it is about scriptures, whether it is about life, whether if someone comes and says, my child achieved so much in the school, you argue with that. No, my child also achieved more than that. You have to be one up. No, don't get into all that. Prani Pidanam, killing animals for one's enjoyment. That also has to be avoided. Then you will ask, but Ramchandra ji and the Pancha Pandavas also, when they created the Indraprastha, and Ramchandra ji, when he was going, he used to kill the wild animals. But it was for protection of the saints and Mahatmas there. The Pancha Pandavas, they were establishing the city, but they were, when they killed the animals, they didn't kill the animals for pleasure. They killed the animals for a purpose. And that purpose could be and they took the permission from the Lord, because he said, how can I kill so many animals? That will make me eligible for hell. They have not done anything to me. Krishna said, no. They are all ready. This is how they are to be released. When Krishna is saying, you can't argue that. And then continuing, then last one is parivada, telling the shortcoming of others on their face. That also should be avoided. Ativada, this is what I am seeing here today, in last few days. Excessive chattering. I use the word chicken farm. that is what it is. Excessive chattering. Hey, I just said, don't point the shortcoming of others. You are also. Then excessive chattering has to be avoided. Conserve your energy. Apply it to something higher. Chattering करनी है तो भगवान के नाम की chattering करो. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Paritapa, feeling miserable for no reason, when you are so much, if you are expressing all the others, for no reason people are seen crying, people are seen sad, I don't know what is happening to me, I didn't do anything, but I'm feeling very down, I don't know why. This is the reason. Too much engagement in the world. Not conserving their energies, not allowing the energies to purify the system within, not only the body but also the mind, not to purify and think of something higher. And akshama, unable to sustain difficulties of life. What is the difficulties? Seeing a slug and reacting. That is, kahan gayi wo? So for every small thing, reacting more than required. That should not. We must maintain a poise that everything in life is okay. Life is good and bad events in our life. Deal with them with the dignity. Then, where are we? Adhruti, unsteadiness in indulgence. Eat or eat. Not eat, ekdam, extremist life. Don't do that. Asiddhi, no success in dharma, knowledge and dispassion. So, humse to nahi. Many times you must have heard also, maybe we have also behaved that way, that we have to do this. I don't know if it will be possible. I have to chant Om Mrityunjay mantra. Can we do it? I purposely asked in the beginning. Now I am not asking. If I ask, you will say only do one mala, which is 54. The 2 times I asked, first 2 classes. When I saw these fellows are going to, from 54 they will go to 32, 21, they will go to 11, and they will say 9 is enough. Now I am not asking. So, our commitment should be to practice dharma, what is right. Our commitment should be to practice knowledge and be exposed to knowledge, and our commitment should be towards dispassion. non-attachment to everything. Someone asked me, then how do we live in this world? Dispassion should be in your heart. Love should be outside. Nobody should come to know that you are totally aloof, you are totally unattached, you are totally disinterested in this whole world. Outside, the game must go on. But inside, only you know that you are totally unattached. That will happen if you are content. For no reason. Not content because I have everything. In spite of having or not having, you are content. Then papa karma, don't perform sinful activities in your life. Himsa, injury and killing, stay away from that. He who is free from these 18 limitations is called as damaha by the wise. That means he who has controlled his senses. This is now the Dhritarashtra is being told all this. Slowly from here, after having controlled your senses, after having controlled your mind, then what is the next stage that will come? Then after that next stage, that is how the whole text is slowly unfolding. Madoštādasha doshaha, nahi. Madoštādasha dosha syat tyago bhavati षड्विधः viparyaya smrta yete madadosha udahrutaha. Mad, arrogance, is also associated with 18 limitations. That means a person who is having those 18 limitations, he is arrogant in his disposition, and they are the same as that of dama when taken opposite of mada, dama, the dispassion of 6 types. When you want to inculcate qualities, the other qualities, when you inculcate these, stay away from these 18 qualities and practice and you're working towards the 12 qualities that were told, gyan, etc. What are those 6 qualities? They'll be told in the next verse. We'll see it in our next class. And these 6 qualities are helpful in cultivating dispassion. And when dispassion is cultivated, automatically your interest, it can lead to 2 ways. Dispassion can lead to depression, or dispassion can lead to interest in something higher. And here the spiritual unfoldment is the goal. So in that disinterested mind, when someone is doing Kriya Yoga, someone is doing Japa Yoga. So when mind is disinterested in the whole world, it is not a sign of depression. When that disinterestedness in the world must become the fuel to be interested in the divine, in Laddu Gopal, in Namah Shivaya. So be disinterested. And in this way, what are those 6 qualities? We'll look at them in our next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Just sit quietly for a moment. Hari Om. See, our scriptures have so much gone into depth to psychoanalyze where the problem is, what is the root cause because of which the senses are not. These things are not known by the modern psychology. You study a little bit, contemplate on these, you be a complete person. When you have this under control, these are inculcated in life, then you are called a human being. Mana ayushyati manushya. The one who has his mind under his control, he is called a human being. Now you control, find out which category you fall in. Me included. Hari Om.